Okay, next up is this hibiscus that I bought at Home Depot a while back. This is my oldest hibiscus, at least that like one that I've owned. It's a very this one was out earlier, but it's not anymore. It's kind of nearing the end of the day, or I guess here this because it's so hot here. I think that the flowers just don't last as long as somewhere where they thrive. Even though I know they like the sun and the heat, but I think once it gets really established, it's not gonna care because they use hibiscus around here for like landscape too. Like a lot of stores and like businesses will have these outside because they can survive. Either way, I don't remember exactly what the name of this one is or where I got it from. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was not a Proven Winners. I'm pretty sure it was the what's that other one? Not the Hawaiian Punch. I don't know who that is, but I think this is from one of them. And I really like this plant. Like the leaves are nice. It just is a really pretty looking plant, and it looks so like I don't know how to say it, but like mature. It looks like, oh, this is when you have like you've made it in life. I feel like that's what this plant is. Like it's like nice and dark and it looks rich. So we're gonna put that into this way bigger pot because she deserves it. And I had to. So story is, I had these in the back garden back here somewhere. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's back here. This finger's moving back here. And I had it in the dirt, and it was doing really well. Like in the ground, it was loving it. And we had like about 2 weeks of just nonstop rain, and this corner floods bad. This whole backyard section just like gets underwater, and it doesn't drain away that fast. It was like just stunk up water, so I needed to get it out of there, and I had to dig it up, and I just threw it in this pot that I had that we've gotten like from plants we buy like at Home Depot. They come with these cool little vases and stuff, but they don't really do too well in here. So I'm gonna put it in this one. Yeah, so that's the move. I'm gonna fill it up, place it in there, do the same deal, but without really showing you guys because it's kind of just annoying. Unless you want to hear me talk about like my stresses and anxieties, uh, but I kind of don't want to talk about it because this is relieving my stress and anxieties. I have to take it out of that other pot because the other one is just so round. So a lot of this was in air because that pot was just like kind of rounded like this. And look at that, this thing got a lot of new little roots coming out, just like ready to go. This thing is, she's made to survive. Ooh, 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 ooh. The only thing I don't like about it is it's so short and bushy that I can't really get to the, when I'm gonna water it, I have to kind of water it through the middle here because I can't get to the sides of it. So that looks pretty centered to me. I can't wait till like I'm one of those bigger gardener YouTubers that has like one of those little rotating discs that you can like just woo 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 woo, like a little display pad that swivels. Because all the cool people have that. I don't. All right, so this backfill. And I'll bring you guys back when I'm done. All right, look at that. Ooh, yeah, completed. I think she's gonna be super happy in here. I can't wait because this one, she never lets me down. Tried and true. First hibiscus, first like I think outdoor plant I actually really bought. To be honest, I might. No, yeah, this was the first one. All right, cool. So now we got this one. I got these, and this one all potted up, and they look so much better there. So cool. Now I did want to repot that super tall hibiscus that I have back here, the summerific perfect storm, but I have a really big pot that I want to put my other one in. So she's just gonna have to survive in that a little bit longer, and then we'll go from there. Let's get you into the frame. Oh yeah, but look at that, super nice looking. Like these are some really cool pots, and they're not that expensive. I think this one was like $6. This one right here, the big one. The rest of these were three and change, or if not, almost three, something like that at Home Depot. I think they're very worth it. The only thing is, I'm not too sure how I'm gonna be liking these that little drainage cap that it has here, because I don't really, not a huge fan of having water just sitting in there. But then again, it is super hot here, so I think it'll be fine. It'll be fine. All right, cool. Let's take a quick break and let my camera cool down because it's got a fan on it and everything. Is but I don't think it's used to this kind of stress. The camera might just be like, dude, what are you doing to me, man? We're always inside. And now we're out here hot as hell. Actually, before we take a break, I forgot to document the measurements of these. So this is the evening rose, and we are sitting at the highest point about 11 inches, also a little bit like more like 10 inches. Okay, so this is 10 summerific evening rose, 10 inches. The other one, the chiffon was also 11 inches. Well, this is 10, 11, so they're pretty close. It's fine. And this one's gonna be a little under 9, so we'll give it 8. Yeah, like 8 right here. So this is 8 inches. This is the cookies and cream. Okay, now my camera can take a break. Okay, it's gonna be probably, this might be the longest section of this video because we're gonna put this perfect storm, which has, this flower has been open all day, but you can just like Google it, or I'll probably put some pictures of what this looks like when it's like really wide open and flat. Right now it's already kind of cupping. It's kind of not doing too good. This one will be open tomorrow though. We're gonna put her into this bigger pot now because I feel like she might need it. We're gonna put on our Mickey Mouse gloves again, and also we're gonna talk about a little bit of film that I recently shot. I think in the last video I showed like the process of me shooting it, going out with my lady, my beautiful lady, and I had never shot Fuji Pro, the Pro 400H before. I know it's like one of those things where it was like you didn't miss it until it was gone kind of deal for most photographers or most film photographers. And I never got to shoot it because I think that was a little bit before my time. I wasn't even doing medium format back then either. I think it was also available in 35. I'm not too sure. But I had 3 boxes of it for a while, and they've just been sitting in my fridge, so I figured I should go shoot it. And I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of saving it for something like super special or like, but so like an actual, how can I say it, like an intended shoot. So I told my girlfriend, okay, I want to take some pictures of you. I want to go do this and this and that, blah blah. She said, okay, cool. Just give me the time of the day. We'll do it because she needs to get ready. And we did it. So it was, I mean, so far, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really like the images out of it. It wasn't really something that, like the colors right off the bat, I didn't really like from the scans. I didn't scan or develop those myself either. I'll put a couple of examples of some of the pictures here on the screen while I do this. Man, look at this thing, is just so, I bought this one at Home Depot and it has grown a lot. And I was actually gonna like prune a lot of this because I feel like I want it to grow taller, but it's giving me a lot of new little branches down here that are really young, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna leave you alone. I'm gonna let nature do what nature does. Oh, that's too high. Too high. Okay, so we gotta take some of this out. Anyway, back to the Fuji. I just didn't like it. The colors are too weird. I tried to edit some. I'm not that great of an editor or anything, to be honest. I kind of just like to leave my pictures alone. I kind of want to look as real as possible, if that makes any sense. But that's just the way I like to do things. Man, I maybe should have got a bigger pot. I feel like there's only going to be like about 2 inches of soil on the bottom, which I guess is fine. Sorry about the wind. Yeah, it still might be a little bit too high because I want there to be like 2 inches up top above this, like the soil line. But I guess we're just gonna have to do it there. It's not a big increase in the pot, but it's something. So that's all she's gonna get for now. But yeah, I wasn't too too happy with the pictures, and they look fine. It just, I think I'd rather shoot like Ektar. Actually, Ektar so far has been my favorite color film in medium format. In 35 millimeter, I kind of don't like it because it's really, really punchy. But for some reason, um, in medium format, like it looks really awesome to me. It feels almost the most realistic that you're gonna get it, at least from the scans I've got back. Because I don't develop or when I do scan sometimes, and I have developed like once or twice, but I really don't. I do black and white mainly for developing my scanning and all that. So I wasn't too excited about it. I mean, it's whatever. I'll keep on shooting the whatever I have left, or sell it off here and there. But yeah, it's just my experience right now. It's a little bit of a side quest, a little bit of my other hobbies that I do. Because I don't know if a lot of people follow my stuff, but I don't really have a direction of what I do. I just have a bunch of different hobbies that I like doing. That's the main ones are planting, gardening, whatever you want to call this, film photography, or just photography in general. And I'm gonna throw that in there with also like just art, like drawing and painting, because I think it's kind of the same thing. Like I'll put it in the same category, I guess you could say, because I do also do that, but I don't do it as much as I do the photography. But to me, it's kind of the same thing. It's like you're creating an image and or you're making an image or something visual. So to me, that's the same. Man, this thing is bushy. And pool. I like to play pool. Those are like my big three, I guess you could say. And I do have a couple other honorable mentions, like Magic the Gathering. I do play that from time to time. I got into it a little bit more recently, but I've been taking a break from it too, just because I don't have the time to go uh, visit like my friends that go do it. It's kind of tough because they do it on Mondays, and I would like to go all the time, but it's kind of, sometimes you just don't feel like doing it. But yeah, that's my little off-topic, off-garden tangents, or blabberfest, or whatever you want to call it. Now, there's a bunch of little ants in here. I have one horror story. This is with gardening. I had bought, and it was a really awesome, and it was growing really well, a jasmine plant. It was the Grand Duke of Tuscany jasmine plant, a plant that I really want. My mom has one, and that thing is awesome. I really, really wanted that plant, so I bought one. Oh no, I lost a leaf. This is gonna be really tough because she's so wide. Look at her. How am I supposed to get dirt in here, dude? Maybe this was needing a bigger pot. Man, I'm sweating. Can you guys see all the sweat? So back to my horror story. I uh, I repotted it because they sent it to me in a small little pot, and I forgot who the seller was, but also they're awesome people. They sent me a really nice plant. It was really small. I bought the small one, but man, that thing was growing fast. Like I couldn't believe how fast it was growing. And I wanted to repot it because okay, this thing is growing, and I want to make sure it has enough room to grow. And in the process, I guess a fly or something, or maybe there was a little egg of a fly in the soil. And I think it's in one of my videos where I said that like I had just recently repotted it, and it was looking kind of droopy and sad. Well, within the next day, it was just doing even worse, and I was like, wow, it's kind of weird. And I didn't want to water it because maybe I'm over watering it since I transplanted it. And such in such a small pot, and the soil was retaining a lot of water. I was like, maybe it's just drowning. So I left it alone. The next day, I could just tell that, man, this thing is going down like fast. I didn't know what was happening. So I pick it up and I look under there, like in the drainage holes, because I wanted to see maybe it's super soaked down there or something. And I saw a bunch of movement, and there was a bunch of maggots in there, like a bunch of little maggots. And they were just, and I was like, what in the world? So I take it out of the pot and I investigate. And as I took it out, it smelled really bad in there, like if something was rotting, you know. And all the little maggots, maybe they're eating each other. I don't know, but it was disgusting. And it traumatized me because I really love that plant, and I paid like $26 for it or something, maybe a little bit less, maybe it was 16. I don't remember. I just know it had a 6 in the back, so that's 26 or 16, either one. And it did not make it. It died so fast, and so sometimes I get a little bit worried that a fly's gonna fly in here and just kill off my plants like it did that one. It hasn't happened again. It didn't happen to all the other plants that I potted that day, but it happened to that one. It was a major bummer. Okay, so I'm gonna take the camera off and I'm just gonna do the whole deal. I know I already did a lot and I talked a little bit, maybe too much. I'm gonna get this done and then just do a quick overview of the plants I have currently, and then we'll be done with this because it is hot and I kind of want to just go inside and watch some anime or something. All right, so I'm back for a little bit because look at that. She was super root bound also. So not a, to me that looks like a good sign when it has a bunch of these little really white roots. Kind of tells me that they look really new and fresh. So anyway, that's what I was gonna do. It took me a while to get this thing out of the pot because it was stuck in there really good.